Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. How old are you today? All the nieces and nephews and cousins are sending you birthday wishes for all the fond memories that we had throughout the years. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Well, I think she's a good person and a kind person and a giving person. She does a lot for everybody. You know, she's so kind.
birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Hi. Hi, Lucille. Just want to say a funny story when we were young. The time I had my bicycle, and I don't know how, but you were the owner of the front tire, and every time you got mad at me, you would take the front tire off so I couldn't ride my bicycle. I'm so glad we grew out of that. Have a wonderful birthday. Love you. Bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy 90th birthday, Lucille. May God bless you and keep you in his care always. I just wanted to mention a few things that come to mind. The first one is when our friends Jeanette, Jean, and David came over when we were in high school, and Dad and Mom were out of town, and we had nothing to eat in the house. But you, being your clever self, we had bread, cinnamon, and butter, so you made us cinnamon toast, and you went outside and brought lemons in and squeezed us lemonade. Thank you. Our friends have never forgotten it. Even back then, you knew how to cook. You were just kidding us. Also, I just want to mention our weekly shopping trips, how we went downtown almost every Saturday, and we did some shopping, but we looked at a lot of sites, like the different theaters and stuff. We really enjoyed that. Thank you. I just want to say again about your nurturing nature, how you took care of everybody, always there to give a helping hand. You took care of our parents, Shirley, and everybody. You are still doing it. You care about people, and you always do anything to help them, even if it's just a phone call. Love you, Catherine.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I just wanted to say a few words about my sister Lucille. When I was just a very little girl, a long, long time ago, I mean, it's hard to imagine, I was probably about 5 or 6. Lucille and her girlfriend from Hawaii were making drapes. And Lucille made me a patchwork sundress from all of the material that was left over. I felt so special. It was so cute. I was so lucky to have that little dress. But as time went on, Lucille would stop by at my room on her way to work, and I was still sleeping, and give me just a few million orders. I'm sure you're all aware of how that happens. And I would say yes, 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 because that was the best thing to do. Some of them got done, and some of them did not. Lucille gave to everyone all of her life. She helped with her dad, my dad. She helped with our mother. She put a bed in her room and used to sleep with her every night so that Mom would not be afraid because somebody was there with her. That's why she was ill. She took care of my sister Shirley, she and my sister Mary, and they did such a beautiful, loving job and never complained. I am so blessed to have her as my sister. Also, Lucille took care of my parents' friends as they got older. She would go over and she would help them with whatever needed help. She was so giving. I just want to say that I am so blessed to have you as a sister, Lucille. Happy 90th birthday. I love you.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Lucille. I'm happy to be able to wish you a happy birthday and many blessings along the way. We've always admired you and your industrious attitude, and I hope that your days ahead are blessed with friends and family.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. I really, really, really miss you. But I have a few stories I'd like to tell you about. When I was growing up, I loved coming down and seeing Grandma and Grandpa and all my aunts. You treated us so kindly. You treated me so great by taking me to Kittyland, letting me ride the rides. You took me to Robinson's, bought me that scooter that I loved, where the handle broke off, and some man wanted to buy it from me. And who knows, that would have been maybe the skateboard. But other things that I remember about you, Aunt Lucille, that are really, really funny is that when I used to bring my friends over from Council Bluffs, and we would be staying overnight there, you would come up, get up, breakfast, everybody get up now, get up. And you would say, jackasses, it's time for breakfast. My friends would say, boy, she is strict. She's like a sergeant in the army. And when you made your famous tamale pie, they just loved it. And I remember they said, what's in this? It's great. And you said everything that was left over in the refrigerator. To this day, they still talk about your tamale pie. They loved it. Anyway, Aunt Lucille, another little story was when the painters came, and this is your favorite story you always tell, that they wanted to know if little George, you're going to be there? Little George, you're going to be there? We don't want him to shake the ladder, man. Please, don't let little Georgie be there. Anyway, Aunt Lucille, these are the fond memories I have of you, and you've got the heart of gold. I love you very much. And listen, I love your 5-way phone calls, and never stop, because that's how I love keeping in touch with you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Aunt Lucille. Happy birthday. We have wonderful memories of you. When the kids were little, they were always so excited to get on the airplane and come see Aunt Mary and Aunt Lucille. We had good times. Thank you for all your hospitality. Have a good one.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Aunt Lucille. I have so many fond memories of you. How can I pick? I gotta say the most favorite for me were when we were younger and we used to go on shopping sprees. We used to go downtown to the clothing district. We used to go to Orbach's and Broadway and Robinson's. And whenever we needed an outfit, it was like, get in the car, let's go. And then we'd always stop for lunch. And those were fun times for me.
Well, my favorite memory of Aunt Lucille is always going to Hometown Buffet with the cousins and getting unlimited amounts of macaroni and cheese. Well, happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. We hope
We
you
love
have a
you.
great day.
We love you, Aunt Lucille.
Bye.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Aunt Lucille. Happy birthday. I'm so happy that I get to celebrate this special day with you. When I think of all the memories that I've had with you through childhood and even through adult life, it's really hard to pick just one. But the one I'm going to talk about is when we took our trip to Hawaii. Roxanne was going to school in Hawaii at the University of Hawaii because she got a scholarship for volleyball, and Aunt Lucille and I decided to go visit her in the summertime. So Roxanne had to work and she had practice, so she didn't really have time to show us around. So Aunt Lucille found every place that we should go visit, and we took the bus everywhere, which was so much fun with Aunt Lucille. We went to the Kodak show, we went to the Polynesian show, we went to the Dole pineapple fields, we went to Diamond Head. We did everything. That trip was just so much fun. And then when we would come home, And Roxanne had a small apartment, and she had all these cats, and I'm allergic to cats, and Aunt Lucille hates cats, so it was always fun to go home. Aunt Lucille would always try to build barricades so that the cats couldn't get out, but because cats can jump and climb, they always managed to go over the barricades. So she would always just run into the bedroom, shut the door, and not come out. It was so much fun. But we also went to the beach one day, and there was a guy from Australia that was sitting kind of close to us, and he kept flirting with me, and Aunt Lucille kept telling me, go talk to him, go talk to him. I was so embarrassed. I said, I'm not going to go talk to him. But Aunt Lucille, that trip was so much fun because of you, and I can't thank you enough, because I got to see all of Oahu because you made it fun. And then the other memory I have is on our birthdays. Who can forget cousins? Aunt Lucille would give us a card, and we'd look at our card, and it would say, it was supposed to say, for a dear sister, but Aunt Lucille would cross it out if she didn't have the right card, and now it says, for a dear niece. So that was always fun. And then she would always fill our bags with fun stuff that we liked. So here out of my bag, I'm taking a Hershey's candy bar. And she would always make it fun. And she'd go, well, look in the Hershey's candy bar. And I go, what do you mean look in it? So I would start looking, and then all of a sudden, look, I'd find money. And then I'd go to the next gift. Another favorite was popcorn. And she goes, well, and I go, popcorn? Oh, well, that's fun. We could take it to the movies. And she'd go, well, search. And so you'd open the package, and you would look inside the package, and lo and behold, more money. Oh my gosh, Aunt Lucille, yay. And then for the finale, she would always have a bigger present. So you would open up that bigger present, and inside she would say, you knew now that there had to be something else hidden in it. So you'd look on the bottom, and then you'd open up at the top, and you'd see something. Oh boy, what is that? And then you would open it up, and lo and behold, money. Thank you, Aunt Lucille, for always making our birthday party special. Thanks for all the memories and everything that you've done for us. You are so kind, you're generous, and I love you very much. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Aunt Lucille. I want to wish you a very happy birthday. I have so many memories growing up. Everything was so beautiful and fun with you all the time. We used to all jump into the Rambler and head over to the beach and go to POP. We had just fun times at the house doing presentations and plays for you guys. You always came home from work and you had a story to tell us, from the Jewish gal that worked at work or the Japanese guy. Always somebody with a story. You were really good with technology, and I remember the day I came over and I said, Aunt Lucille, I want to tell you about this new thing they have out. It's called three-way calling. And you listened to me, and we practiced. And I would say at this point, you are the expert when it comes to three-way calling. You've always been so supportive and loving of your family. And the memories I have of you always being a caretaker have really played into my life these days. You were an example that I will never forget. I love you, Aunt Lucille, so very much. God bless you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille! It's your favorite ugly kids from Washington!
Aunt Lucille, your only godchild. I have a good memory when I took your AMC Rambler, and I was only 14 and drove your car on the freeway to Servite instead of missing football practice.
You were 14 years when you drove?
Yes, only 14. But I got in big trouble when I got home. And Aunt Lucille, you have such a great sense of humor. Remember of the presents you always gave us. Opened up a box of new shoes, I thought, and they were old raggedy shoes. And also, when we had the boxes, you had boxes that were enormous, and then we went all the way down to the tiniest boxes, and there was nothing in it. Aunt Lucille, you're a wonderful person, God-loving, kind. You have a mean bark, but you're soft as a kitten.
We love you, Aunt Lucille.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so we're here to celebrate Aunt Lucille's 90th birthday. Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. And we're going to share some memories and fun times that we've had with Aunt Lucille growing up. And of course, the first thing that comes to my mind, I'm sure is the same with all of you, was Aunt Lucille's car, the infamous Rambler, and how we used to all pile into that car, and Aunt Lucille would take us to the beach when we were kids. And Aunt Lucille had a systematic seating arrangement that we had to follow. So she would have the older kids in the back seat, and they would sit across 4, 5, 6, as many as she could squish in, and they would sit there, and then the younger kids would sit on the laps of the older kids. And so we'd have 2 layers of seating back there. Of course, there was the babies, and they sat on the laps of the second layer, so we made 3 layers of kids back there. And we wanted to maximize all that headroom in the Rambler. And then in the front seat, you know, with the exception of the driver, same seating arrangement in the front seat too. And then she would take us to the beach, you know, seat belts, safety. We didn't worry about things like that back then. It's amazing we're all still alive. And then she'd take us to the beach. And I remember back then as a kid, I always thought that freeways went on forever. There was no end unless you were going to the beach. And we used to take the Santa Monica freeway to the end, and there was the beach. So I always said to all my friends, well, if you want to go to the beach, you have to take the freeway to the end. And so then we didn't, you know, Aunt Lucille pile us out. We'd have a good time. She'd pile us all back into the car, same seating arrangement. And then she'd drive us home. And, you know, minivans. We didn't need minivans. We had the Rambler. And we drive back home. And, you know, I don't know if there was a Guinness World Record book for the most kids in a Rambler, but I think we owned that record. So it was good times. We had a great time. But I had a special memory with Aunt Lucille that none of you had. And I got to share with Aunt Lucille. And what it was is we went on a road trip together, Aunt Lucille and I. We went up to Sacramento for Lisa Farage's wedding. Now, most of you think, oh, if you're going to go on a road trip or go on a trip somewhere, travel, you want to go with Aunt Mary or Aunt Tony or Aunt Shirley. No. You want to go with Aunt Lucille. She's the funnest of all of them. And so I went with Aunt Lucille. We had so much fun driving up to Sacramento. We'd stop at the fruit stands, and one time we even had to stop at a motel. And I went up to the desk clerk at the motel, and I told him that Aunt Lucille and I were on our honeymoon, and we needed a king-size bed. So, you know, of course, Aunt Lucille laughed. And then we had such a great time. We went up to the Sacramento for the wedding, had a wonderful time. And then on the way back, we stopped at Monterey, and we saw Tommy and Marie Thomas and Jan. And I got to hang out with the horses at Tommy's ranch there and had a great time. I even stopped and saw Fuad Sawaya, my cousin. He had a big mohawk back then. He was so big. He played football for college down there. And we had a great time. And then we drove. But you know, the best part of the trip is after that, we drove and saw Paul Mona. We stopped to see Paul Mona. He was on his 2-year Mormon mission. And so we met him somewhere on the street somewhere. And he was there. He had his black tie and his white shirt and his black pants and his name tag, Elder Mona. And he was riding his bike. And he had some other guy with him. I think his name was Dave. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But and we stopped and we talked to Paul. You know, we wanted to offer him words of encouragement because I'm sure he was a little, you know, down after all the people slamming the doors in his face. So we wanted to offer some encouragement, help him finish the mission. And then we drove home. Now, all of you think Aunt Lucille, road trip? Aunt Lucille's the best. So when you want to go on a road trip, you ask Aunt Lucille to come with you. And those were great memories I had with Aunt Lucille. And Aunt Lucille, happy birthday. We're so privileged and happy to grow up in such a wonderful family with aunts and uncles and cousins. And we're just so blessed to be surrounded by such love. Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Many more to come.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Aunt Lucille. The fondest memory I have of you, Aunt Lucille, is when I used to MC the game shows. I don't know how you got me to do that, but for every Lebanese man that came over, it was the dating game and the newlywed game. Oh, what fun. Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Love you.
Aunt Lucille, happy birthday, and aloha from Kona. Sorry I can't make it out for your birthday party, but I hope you enjoy it. One thing I have to tell you that really bothers me is, you look exactly the same now as the day I met you. And me, look at me. What the hell happened? All right, have a good birthday. Aloha.
Happy 90th birthday, Aunt Lucille. Wow, I can't believe you're 90 years young. How is that possible when we just celebrated Aunt Mary's 39? Oh well. One of the many life lessons that I have learned from you is your willingness to do good for others. Your acts of charity you've demonstrated. I remember when I was 6 years old, in and out of Kaiser Hospital for a year, and the doctors said that it didn't look good for me, and they couldn't get me to eat. And on one of your many visits, you brought me a huge bag of wrapped gifts. And you told me that every time I ate a meal, I could open a gift. Now, what 6-year-old wouldn't love that? I couldn't wait to eat so that I could open a gift. Thank you so much for that. Throughout the years, I've heard of many instances of you doing for others, whether it be strangers, your co-workers, like that Filipino man or that Jewish woman, lifelong friends, and especially family, taking care of Sito and Jado, and more recently Aunt Shirley. You have set such a great example for all of us to emulate. Thank you. Happy 90th birthday, and we love you.
Let me start this off by apologizing to Paul Mona for getting this on the last day, last second, but better late than never. But what more difficult task at hand than to pick one particular antidote, memory, or cherished thought of Aunt Lucille. I pondered this for a good week. There were so many great stories I could tell you. Aunt Lucille brings memory after memory flooding in. The trips to Beano's, of course, where I for sure thought that Aunt Lucille owned or was the manager of the place. She'd go in the back, bring all the kids in, and have them trying on things that weren't even out of the box yet. Or how about the Craig catalog? Yes, the Craig catalog. Aunt Lucille, I still have the Craig calculator, and it's obsolete now, but look, it's in perfect condition. I don't know why I kept this, but hey, this thing brings back tremendous memories of the Craig. It's all I have left of Craig, and perhaps that's why I keep it in such good condition, to remind you of your generosity. But I didn't go with that. I'm getting a little wordy here, but I apologize. But I decided to go with the kiss. Yes, the kiss, the Aunt Lucille kiss. Now, I was growing up as a kid. Every week there was a get together on the old Normandy house of Sittos, and I absolutely dreaded having to kiss everybody because you don't know what kind of kiss you were getting. You could go with the Lebanese style, the 1, 2, left first, right? I didn't know. Or how about the 1, 2, 3? Or you come in butt heads. The kiss was ridiculous. And then I'd have to go through my Aunt Flo, of course, my godmother, calling me out. Come give your Aunt Flo a boost. Come over here, you Dini. And then, but the most dreaded kiss of all was the Lucille kiss. Yes, the Lucille kiss. I tried to sneak in the back, front, didn't matter. My brother would betray me. My mom would insist that I give her a kiss, and Aunt Lucille was just there waiting. And she would really put it on. She knew that I hated it. She knew everybody hated it, but she would just come in for the smothering kiss and and everybody just loved it. You had to take your turn of the humiliation, but there was a few ways you could deal with it. You could play the stiff board and act like I'm just going to sit here and take it. You could scream and yell, but Aunt Lucille was too powerful. Those Farage women were strong. My mom, Aunt Lucille, she couldn't escape, and it was a great memory, and everybody had to go through it, and she just loved putting you on Front Street, and it's quite embarrassing, actually, but as my generation grew older and they saw the next generation coming through, and they had to endure it also, so it was a ritual of growing up. Aunt Lucille, fantastic woman. And every time I think of my mom, it mitigates the loss when I see her surviving sisters and brother, because all the Farages are wonderful people. And Aunt Lucille, I'd like to give you the Academy Award Lifetime Achievement for playing Aunt Salimi, I should say, Aunt Salimi. I remember Aunt Salimi, I was scared to death of Aunt Salimi. And so I was of you, but actually you are kind, loving, and just like your mother and all the Farage women, beautiful inside and out. I love you, Aunt Lucille. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. I have so many wonderful memories growing up and the time I spent in your house. All the things that you used to do to make life special for us as your nieces and nephews. I remember going to the beach, going to McDonald's, going to the movies. You used to have this giant bag that would fill with all the good things, our treats and stuff. Tasty Freeze, all these things you would do for us and take us out. I really remember going out and visiting others too. You set a wonderful example for us. We used to go and we'd visit Grace and Mr. Abenather, Uncle Mike and Anna Deeby. And I remember the love and the care that you had and showed these people. And it was a lesson to me and I'm sure to the others. We used to go usually it was one-on-one, but sometimes there'd be a couple of us. And I loved those visits. They've stuck with me throughout my life. A special memory I have as a young boy was knowing how long I was going to live, Aunt Lucille, and that was because of you. You used to give us gifts, and I'd say, "What is this for?" And you would say, "It's for your birthday." And then a little while, a month or two would pass by, and you'd give us something else, and you'd say, "That's for your birthday." And I had 5 or 6 birthdays a year, so I could total these up and figure out how long was I going to live. Thanks to you, Aunt Lucille. Another thing I remember was in our home was filled with the best electronics, and they all had the Craig name on it. as a young boy, I had a tape recorder, and I was one of the only ones in my school to have something like that. And I used to take it, and we tape record music from the radio, and it was so special. As I got older, I got a stereo, and then when I could drive, I had a car stereo. So I had everything thanks to you, Aunt Lucille. You filled our lives with so many great memories. Yeah. You know, I grew up in my childhood knowing I was loved thanks to you and my aunts and uncles and our family. It was so special. We sit around a lot of times, my girls and my son and my wife and we talk about the family and how much fun we've had with them. What we remember about Aunt Lucille the most are your hugs and your kisses. So much energy and passion. We love your hugs and kisses, Aunt Lucille. They're special to us. You know, you've made our life special and wonderful, and we're grateful for it. God bless you, Aunt Lucille, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. We love you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Hey, Aunt Lucille, Joe Farage. I am just wanted to give you a little birthday wish. Happy birthday. A couple things that we wanted to do was give you some stories that remind us of you. The one thing about you, I think that a lot of people feel is that you have this really tough exterior. You're just such a tough woman. But really, you're a softie, and on the inside, you're a big softie, and you've shown that our whole lives to us. You always were so generous in so many different ways. A couple quick stories to explain that. One is when I was on the crew team, and you came out to Irvine, I think it was, and brought so much food for the entire team. And everybody was surrounding you like flies on the food. And they started calling you Aunt Lucille, and hey, is there still food available? And you were just so gracious and sweet about it, and it's just something that sticks out in my mind. The other thing that sticks out is the Craig stereo equipment you used to give all of us. In my room, my whole life, all I had was Craig stereo equipment. And you helped me nurture my love for music and allowed me to have that in my room all the time, which was so great. The other thing that I thought of was you used to sit downstairs and say, hey, when I was little, did you need t-shirts or shirts or pants? And I'd say, no. And you'd say, come on upstairs. And you'd take me upstairs, and in your closet you'd have shirts and shorts and pants, and you'd give me so many different things to have just to make sure that I had clothes that I needed. And it just shows how special of a woman you are and how incredible you are as a person. And just wanted to let you know how much I love you, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and hope you have a great birthday. Happy birthday.
Lucille, happy 90th birthday. I just want to say I have so many great memories with you because, you're such a big part of my life, and we just want to say, you have such a kind and loving heart and such a great personality, such a great sense of humor. And, one of my funniest memories with you is, being in the carpool with you when I went to St. Joseph's and you worked at Craig, and we were in the carpool together, and sometimes we would, you tell me we're going to go a little early today because we're going to stop at Anna Deeby's for Turkish coffee and dessert, and I was like, oh my gosh. But, somehow you made it fun, Aunt Lucille, and it was all right that I got to school sometimes earlier than the gates were open, but, that's a Farage trait, right? I love you and hope you have a wonderful day.
All right, hello Aunt Lou. Happy birthday. Just want to tell you how much I love you and miss you, and I'm always thinking of you. Just want to share some things that are on my heart, some life lessons I've learned, some great memories. Let's see, first of all, what comes to mind is the horrifying stories I used to hear you tell, which have permanently scarred my brain but they've kept my children safe. The stories used to tell about the children. I remember the young girl who was drugged and taken to the bathroom, and her hair was shaved off, and her hair was colored red, and they dressed her up as a boy and tried to take her out of the store, but for some reason the mom was able to recognize the dolly that she had, so thank God she was safe, because otherwise I'd be even more permanently scarred. But yeah, I've learned to never trust anybody. Never trusted anyone with my kids, and thank God they're safe to this day. So thank you for that. And what else? I'm sure all the other kids have shared how much they loved, but I always loved going to the beach, Seal Beach, and going to the park and McDonald's afterwards. Those are some good times. Very simple, but yes, great times. I love them. Let's see. I always remember trying to, when our family's trying to go home, it's like we could never get out because you just would continue to load us down with food upon food upon food, and in those styrofoam boxes, and we had no room for them, but we had to stuff them into the windows. And yeah, I just remember never let us leave without being overstuffed. So thank you for that. Always loved that, appreciated that. What other life lessons I've learned from my Aunt Lou? Probably the number one thing I remember is well, hold on, I got one more memory that comes to mind. The times we used to stay overnight, we'd sleep in Aunt Shirley's room, and me and the cousins, we'd be upstairs, and you'd be downstairs with all your guests having a good time, but we'd be upstairs when we're supposed to be asleep. We're making a racket, and next thing we knew, we'd hear someone coming up the stairs, and oh my God, we say, oh no, turn off the lights, Aunt Lou's coming. And you'd barge open the door and say, what the hell's going on up here? Yeah, good times. Good times. And then, yeah, probably my number one life lesson from Aunt Lou was just how you gave the best hugs, the best kisses, and the best hugs. See, I was not a very touchy kid. I didn't really like to get close or to touch, but somehow over the years you managed to break through that barrier that I had, and I really loved all the love and the passion that you'd pour into us, and you really broke through me, and I love you for that. I've learned to be much more giving and open. So that, and all the prayers that you've given over the years, all the love, all the yelling to keep us in line, all the food, of course, and the hospitality, and just can never say enough about how much I truly, dearly love you and always appreciate you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Just want to say thank you for being such a wonderful aunt to me. Growing up, I have so many wonderful memories with you. All the places and things we did. Going visiting to Mr. Abenather's and Grace DeCure's, whoever else, out of garden. Pull the weeds, make sure you shake the dirt out before you put it in the barrel. How to plant and grow the miti and the grape leaves and the mint. All the places we went besides visiting. He used to take me to the mall, Buena Park Mall, to get the Orange Julius, Jim's Burgers and Wine Gardens, shopping, of course, to all the stores, Marshall's being your favorite. looking for the deals. We used to go straight to the irregular rack and he'd pull something out and ask me if I liked it, and I'd say what's wrong with it, and he'd say whatever, the button was missing or if the emblem was on backwards. And he told me nobody would notice. We were eating dinner at Sito's house every night. I remember he always had that little cupboard underneath the bar stocked with the black and red licorice and peanuts, and when he used to have the coffee table, he had the box of the fruit gems in there. I remember he always asked for our school pictures, not just mine, but everybody's, and you know, he made a point to get it, and next day when I'd come over, he'd already have it up on the wall. So remember when I used to do school projects, you put them up on that wall by the, right before you go into the kitchen. The thing I remember most is whenever anybody would come over, you'd always make the point to say, oh, did you see what John made in school? And little things like that where he always thought about me, and he did things for me growing up. You know, the whole thing with the little girl Pam next door. She used to always come over and knock on the door. He used to yell, John, you know, Pam wants to know if you come out and play. He'd let her come in and we'd play inside or go outside. He'd take us for ice cream once in a while. It's hard to narrow it down because I have so many memories with you. The more I thought about it, the more it kept coming up. Of course, when you worked at Craig, he always used to bring not just me, but everybody, the latest electronics, you know, the tape recorders, the AM/FM radios, boxes of scratch paper he used to bring home. I also remember when we used to go to the security bank, and we used to get those little black trays with the note paper, and we always used to get them personalized. It said at the top, from the desk of, and you put my name, John, on it. So little things like that, and I remember that you were always doing stuff for me, and of course, you know, teaching me not to put my feet on the furniture or the couch, not to touch anything. Driving in the car, you know, sitting in the back seat, don't put the feet on the back of the chair. Like you had the Buick Regal with those seats that kind of, the whole seat moved up. Teaching me the different ways to use the word jackass. I think you're the only person I know that really used that word. I'm very grateful and blessed to have had you for an aunt. Not just growing up, still this day, you still do things for me and look out for me. And call me and tell me you bought me some apples or whatever if I come over to visit, or if I fix something before I leave. You know, it reminds me of Sito when I was young. She would never let me leave without pulling out her little coin purse and giving me a coin or some candy. Before I leave, you always say, oh, I have something for you, and take me in the kitchen and get me a bag and open the fridge and start throwing all the stuff in there and saying nobody's eating it, or Aunt Mary bought too much. Half the stuff's not even open. So then you take me into the garage and ask me if I need any canned goods, bleach or dish soap or things like that. You're always thinking about others. Very kind, loving woman. Special part of my life growing up. I'm grateful for those and blessed. I hope you know how much I care for you and appreciate you, and thank you for all you did and still do to this day. You'll always be in my heart. Thank you. I love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. It's been almost 30 years. Yes! Anyways, God bless you. Happy birthday. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me in my life and for my kids. Helping pick them up, helping watch them when they're little from to where they are now, grown, and you're still doing lots for them. I just want to tell you with all my heart and appreciation and my gratitude, I thank God for you, and I wish you very many more happy birthdays. And you definitely don't look your age. I won't say it on video. God bless. Happy birthday. Mwah. Lots of love.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Lou. Enjoyed going places when I was young.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. My favorite memory has to be when I come over and you give your 3,000 kisses. Love you and have an amazing birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Love you very much. My favorite memory would be coming out to California every summer and visiting everyone, and you would take us to Pick and Save. And I just loved all your hugs and kisses and how you just love spending time with all of us. And I especially love your spunky attitude and the way you call everyone a jackass. I hope I can be as spunky as you are, and I want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. We hope you have a great day, and sorry we couldn't make it to your party. We love you, and we enjoyed our time with you this past July. And you know, I love your iced tea, sweetened or unsweetened. Well, I love the unsweetened better, so cheers to you and some good iced tea. And, well, not a Gatorade bottle, but it's close enough. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. I have such great memories coming out to California and being with you, and I just always remember your bountiful kisses. You'd always try to corral us in and kiss us all over on our cheeks and everything, and I love that. And
Aunt Lucille, my fondest memory of you was meeting you for the first time about 2 months ago. It was great. I enjoyed being out there and you having us out there, and just getting to know you a little bit. So we hope to be out there again sometime soon.
Bridget, can you say hi?
Say hi. Good job. Happy birthday.
Love you, Aunt Lucille. Happy birthday.
Hi everyone, we want to wish Aunt Lucille a very happy 90th birthday. I have so many amazing memories from when I was little and going out to California all the way until now, so it's pretty hard to choose my favorites, but one that sticks out and definitely happened all the time was going shopping with Aunt Lucille to Mervyn's and to Target to get school supplies and clothes and toys, and there was always a fun shopping trip with Aunt Lucille to one of those stores. Aunt Lucille also used to always take us to the park, and she would take bread or crackers with us so that we could feed the ducks and the birds, and that always made it so much more fun. And when I was out there for the summer, she made sure I went to the library to go get my books for summer reading, and she and Aunt Mary would take me to my swimming lessons. There's just so much to look back on. One of my favorite things was when Aunt Lucille used to take me to Thrifty to get an ice cream cone from the little place there, and that was so much fun with the special ice cream cone and the way they scooped it and everything. If only it was still around. One of my absolute favorites, though, is how much Aunt Lucille teases me for the time that we went to Michael's and I ordered a hamburger, but I didn't know that it was going to come with mayonnaise and mustard on it, so I didn't order it without those things, and when it came, I wouldn't eat it. And Aunt Lucille always likes to remind me, if you don't like it, order it without it. So thank you for everything, Aunt Lucille. We love you, and we are so excited to get to celebrate your birthday with you. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lucia.
We love you so much. We wanted to say happy birthday, so we wanted to sing happy birthday to you. Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Again.
We love you.
Love you.
Again.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hi Aunt Lucille, happy birthday. I hope it's wonderful and amazing, and I'm so sorry I couldn't make it out there, but I miss and love you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille.
Say it loud.
I love you.
loud and clear. I love you.
I love you.
Blow all kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Birthday to you. Happy
Hello, Aunt Lucille, and happy birthday. Thank you for letting me do this short video. Not really sure, haven't done one of these before, but favorite memory of a person. Let's see. Favorite Aunt Lucille memory. Well, I know one of my favorites would be involving my favorite cookie, Ryby. But it could be Hometown Buffet. I did love going to Hometown Buffet. But I'd probably say my favorite Aunt Lucille memory is Sister Act and sleepovers at the aunt's house with Michelle Hamra and the cousins. And of course Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Gotta have that in there. And then we always made the forts, and Aunt Lucille would get upset because we took all the pillows off the couches. But yeah, that's probably my favorite Aunt Lucille memory. Good times, for sure. Sister Acts and sleepovers with Aunt Lucille. So yeah, love you, Aunt Lucille. Happy birthday, and hope you enjoy that memory.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. One of my favorite memories as a kid is coming over and picking out my absolute favorite movie, The Sister Act, and watching it over and over and over again. I'm sure to the point where you and the aunts were just so over that movie. But I also remember you making the best grilled cheeses when I'd come over and watch the movie. Some of my favorite memories as a kid. I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. We're very excited to celebrate you. I hope you enjoy your day with everyone. Love you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. It's hard to pick a single favorite memory since you've played such a big role in my life. But for the sake of this video, I'd have to say my favorite memory is coming over to your house on half days at St. Irenaeus. You'd pick me up from school, we'd have lunch, and spend the day together. You certainly taught me a lot about classic TV. I was deeply invested in Gilligan's Island, the Beverly Hillbillies, and I Dream of Jeannie. Great theme songs. Thanks for taking care of me all these years. Love you lots. Hope you have a great birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. Love you. I'm going to be talking about how generous you are and always were to me. You'd always let me come over, or you'd pick me up from school when I'd be at Sitto's, and you'd always make me whatever I wanted, and always just made me feel at home and showed me love. And every time I left, you gave me a Hershey's bar, some licorice, or some type of chocolate to go home with. So I always appreciate that, and how much you always showed that you enjoyed me being around, and how much you said you always wanted me to be there as much as I could. So thank you. And I know how much you love my hair. It's going to be here for a while, so get used to it.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. I love you. Thanks for always making me potatoes, and for letting me bowl with plastic bottles, and for letting me jump on the couch when you wouldn't let any other kid. Thank you for everything. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucille. One of my favorite memories as a kid was going over to your house, and you'd take us over to the movie cabinet. We pick out our favorite film, pop it in the TV, go grab some playing cards and some construction paper from the side table, and keep ourselves busy all afternoon. One thing in particular I remember is throwing some paper airplanes, and occasionally one would go in the wrong direction, and that's when you taught us our first Arabic words, Mijdub. Well, we love you and have a happy birthday.
Aunt Lucille, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. I'm so grateful for you and everything that you've done for our family, and I think everyone can say the same, all of our cousins, that you've done for all of us throughout the years. I always remember coming over to your house and doing jump rope and, you know, us walking by and you tackle us and just start kissing us till basically we can't move anymore. But even now at my age, I worry about walking by you because I don't know, you know, what's going to happen. But, you know, we all love you so much, Aunt Lucille, and we pray that God may bless you with many more years to come. Love you.
As the oldest of all your nieces and nephews, I just wanted to reiterate all of the wonderful sentiments that were shared from your nieces and nephews to your great nieces and your nephews and to your great nieces and nephews. It's evident that you have touched a lot of our lives and have been the glue that binds this family together. We all love you very, very much and wish you the best for your birthday. May God continue to grant you many more blessings on this day. And we love you, Aunt Lucille, and may you have many, many more birthdays. God bless you.